So what are some of the implications of natural philosophy for the Christian worldview? What does natural philosophy tell us or teach us when it comes to a domain like ethics, for example, or ecology? So one of the things to think about is that natural philosophy provides us with a set of principles and distinctions through which we can more adequately understand the cosmos. This includes the good of order that exists in the cosmos. On the one hand, this includes the human good. Natural philosophy is among the parts of philosophy that's able to teach us, to tell us something about what it means to be a good human being. So, for example, when Aristotle begins his Ethics, this includes a brief review of what the human soul is. But the student already has learned about the human soul in the study of natural philosophy. St. Thomas comments on this part of the Ethics that Aristotle reviews the capacities and powers of the soul so that we can attend to the sorts of virtues that ethics is aiming to cultivate in a human being. Even political philosophy has to borrow a little bit, as it were, from the philosophy of nature. Aristotle writes in his Politics that the statesman does not produce human beings, but the statesman receives human beings from nature. The political art is at the service of human flourishing, as opposed to being the definer and director of human nature and human flourishing. Another implication that natural philosophy has for a Christian worldview, we might call the ecological implication. The cosmos that natural philosophy studies is characterized by a good of order. What this means is the distinction amongst the kinds of things, the different substances, non-living or living, intelligent or non-intelligent, that compose the cosmos. They're unified by a causal order, a kind of hierarchy in order to the ultimate good. Natural philosophy introduces us to the study of this order, and so it really introduces us to the foundations for an ecology, whether human ecology or an ecology of the natural world, more broadly speaking. This is important because of a kind of technocratic tendency, exaltation of science and technology as a kind of power that human beings can exercise over nature. This idea has many antecedents, but one of its most prominent and modern proponents was René Descartes, who writes in his Discourse on Method that the reason we should study the sciences is so that we can render ourselves, as it were, the masters and possessors of nature. We turn nature to our advantage for the purpose of human benefit through technology, medicine, various things produced by engineering. The philosophy of nature offers a corrective to Descartes' ideal of the mastery and possession of nature. It does this, the philosophy of nature does this by both recognizing the goods that the sciences can provide in their technological application, but also helping us to articulate how those are limited, how technology in the ideal should perfect or complete what nature provides without contradicting it or undermining it. So in that way, the philosophy of nature really is the basis for a sound ecology, a sound ethical vision of the cosmos.